Hey everybody, it's your Camo Pants Hiker Dave. Here I is. How you doing, everybody? How you doing? Got the camo pants on, got the Desert Storm boots, got all the stuff, and this is mile 00 of the Cross County Trail, right here. This is the difficult run. This is the Potomac River. That's Maryland over there. This is Virginia over here. And this is where the difficult run enters the Potomac River. And this is the start of not only the Cross County Trail, which runs for 40 miles all the way down to the Occoquan area in Prince William County practically. It also is the starting point for the difficult run trail, and also the starting point for the Rails to the River Trail, or the ending point. I don't know, you can say it's either the starting or the ending point. But for the Cross County Trail, it's kind of the starting point since all the mile markers are marked from here. This is 0.0, although we are technically within Great Falls Park here, okay? So this trail is maintained, I'm sure, by the park people, not by the county park authority, whatever. So there are no Cross County Trail markers up in here. Even though that is the start of the Cross County Trail, we don't see any markers. But anyhow, we quickly, you know, it's a beautiful day today, by the way. 17th of January, 2015. It's about 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's about 30 degrees. It's a brisk, beautiful day. No, very little wind, a little bit of a breeze, but certainly nothing to chill you too bad. As we're heading up and looking down at the beautiful, difficult run there as it heads to a bunch of rocks and waterfall area and some residual snow. It's about, what did I say, the 17th of January. I haven't done too much hiking in the last two or 3 weeks because it's been really cold here. We had a cold snap, really cold temperatures, single-digit lows, sometimes highs only in the teens, a little bit of snow, not a lot. We had I think a 5-inch storm came through and surprised everybody, and a couple icy mornings, but what's been really prohibiting the hikes lately is the winds. I mean, when it gets down to 20 degrees or lower, and you got 20, 30 mile an hour winds, it's not fun to come out and hike. It just isn't. So I've been kind of just biding my time. Yeah, I do my normal hikes around my area. I go out, at least try to do an hour a day. But, yeah, that's what I do. Okay, here we are. This is Great Falls Park. There's the, let's see here. Let's look at the trail map. We are here, Difficult Run Trail, which is also the Cross County Trail. And we're going to head down here, Georgetown Pike. There's a little parking lot here. So really cool. Blah, 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 blah. And this is the what trail? This is the Ridge Trail, which goes up there. So one of these days I'll do that hike. That was cool. Really easy to access this chunk of the trail, by the way. If you go down Georgetown Pike, which is the main road that goes into Great Falls, there's this little parking lot right there. The trail, the Cross County Trail actually runs right through it. And it's just a great little way to get onto park there. There's a little underpass underneath Georgetown Pike, so you don't even have to cross that, and then boom, you're on this trail. And it's a really nice walk. Don't mind a few hills, but it's a nice wide trail. They keep it in good shape. As I say, I think this trail, I'm pretty sure this trail is maintained by the National Park Service, since we're now in a national park. nice little steep little ridge there, and there's the you're getting up closer to the difficult run, and that's really pretty today, isn't it? We'll stop and you can get a good look at that. Most of the snow that we had a little while back has melted off, as you can obviously see, but it's still, some of it remains there on those rocks. So we're in the depths of winter, and it has, winter has a specific beauty to it. I mean, really, it isn't green. Look at this, though, with the light coming through the almost white trees. You can see a lot more this time of the year. You really can. You can see all the way into the woods and across there. You come through here in the summertime, and it's very lush green back in here, and you're not going to be able to see as much. That's for sure. So, it's nice. It's really nice to hike if you can find a nice day in the winter when it isn't too muddy, gushy, mooey, bluey. You're not. There's a couple of trails. I was hiking some trails the other day on a warmish day, and they were really waterlogged. Definitely get a good pair of boots if you're going to do some of this winter hiking, because yes, some of these trails, when that temperature goes above freezing, what is this little like crunchy area here will really get soft. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Look at that. Wow. That's pretty. Seen a few people back here now. Now we end up hitting a sandy part of the trail up here. I think they've done some trail repairs up here. There's a notice back on some of these trails that there was some water damage from some of the flooding a while ago. I don't know when, a couple years ago, and there was some trail damage. And it looks like this is part of the trail they repaired or replaced. So you come up here and it looks in pretty good shape. Like you go from a little more of a ruggedy look here to a more of a little cultivated look, I guess is what you could say. Look at that big rock over there. Isn't that pretty? Just sticking up. That's amazing. Really gorgeous. It is pretty back in here. Look at that. I have to say, this is spectacular, this little chunk of the difficult run here. A very spectacular little area. Yeah, it looks like this would be an area that would get water damage because it's right near the river. And if that water came up, it could really wash out this trail. Hello. But it's sure a nice day for a hike today, I'll tell you. It's 30-ish, low 30s right now, sun out, beautiful blue sky. Trails had a time to dry off a little bit from the past couple of mushy days. We've had some snow and ice and rain over the last week, and it's pretty much dried out. So it's been nice, yeah. Hopefully we're going to enter into a warmer patch now. They say it's supposed to get up into the 40s next couple days. They're saying rain tomorrow, and then into next week, 40 degree-ish and sunny. So if the wind holds down, doesn't kick up too bad, we'll have some nice hiking in here. But anyhow, even though there are no markings for the cross-county trail here, this is the cross-county trail. And this goes all the way down to, I've hiked it all the way down into Oakton. Not the entire contiguous thing yet. There's still a couple chunks I haven't done, but most of it, which is a good half of it, or I would say, or at least a little more than a northern third of it. quite a few people back in here now, I guess taking advantage of this spectacular morning. Dave, why aren't you talking more? I don't know, man. I'm just soaking this all in. It's so pretty back in here. You know, a lot of this trail is just, you know, kind of sneaking through the woods. And then you got this, you know, most of this trail does parallel, at least the northern part of the trail, parallels this little stream. And it's just interesting to see how it transforms here in such a pretty little rock-strewn series of little waterfalls, and just gorgeous. You can see they've done a lot of work back in here. You know, we've got something going on back in here, I don't know what. But they've obviously done I'm sure it's the National Park Service, because we're still technically in Great Falls Park, and how much work they've done back in here to keep this trail. Because this does look like they've been working on it here. And I guess that green blaze means that's the difficult run trail. Now, when they started the Cross County Trail, which goes across Fairfax County north to south, you know, that is about 40 miles long. Fairfax County is just west of Washington, D.C. And this trail was already here, I'm sure, because we're in the park. Now, there's where I cut off before. You see, I'm just trying to see here. We're coming up on Georgetown Pike here. Now, this trail turns up here to the right. Okay, now the Cross County Trail continues straight ahead. See, the park ends here. This is pretty much the end of Great Falls Park, as you can see by this little map here. So we are here. Oops, there we are. We're here. We're leaving the park. Okay, and we go under Georgetown Pike, which is 193 here. So, I presume this is the little cutoff for the Cross County Trail, because this trail then curves around back up into the park, I would assume. Anyway, this is the way I came, so let's go back this way. Because this seems, even though it's not marked, you know, from my own vantage point, this is kind of the way I came, so I know this goes back and cuts with that. And we go under, there's Georgetown Pike there. That's the main road into Great Falls. If you're heading west from Washington, D.C., you come around the Beltway or whatever, you can get on Georgetown Pike, and it goes, well, I guess the old days, it goes into Georgetown. If you go all the way into it, it comes right up to the Key Bridge. Yeah, so there's the trail. Looks like it just kind of comes up to the road there. That's the difficult run trail. That's part of Great Falls Park. Now we're on the county continuation of that trail in a way. This is the Cross County Trail that comes down through here now. So that is the actually, you know, that what we just hiked there is part of the Cross County Trail. It's on all the Cross County Trail markers, you know, but it is actually technically an older separate trail. So then we get on this thing, which is, again, this is now more rugged. This is now a county trail, so it's not being maintained by the National Park Service. And you can see there's the green blaze, meaning that this continues under here. And there's the road, and here we go. Kind of some icy spots down in here. and some rocky spots. And a lot of dirt bikers use this trail. This would be a little hard area to get through. You'd have to kind of walk your bike through here, I would think. But this is really thick. If you don't want to slip on it, that's pretty thick ice. As we continue, now look how much that stream has changed. There's the difficult run here before you hit all the rocks and stuff. Quite a different look, huh? And now we're back. This is the cross-country trail. Now, we should start seeing some cross-county trail markers back in here, since there were absolutely none back there, back where the Great Falls Park Trail was. And there's Georgetown Pike up there. A little bit of a soggy area over in here. And a lot more quiet back in here now we don't have the waterfall going on. And there is the green blaze signifying that the trail continues. And I think up here pretty soon we'll start seeing some cross-county trail markers. A little bit warmer up in here now that we're getting away from the wind. There was a little bit of a breeze down in that little canyon there. This area is a lot quite a bit calmer. And this is more like the rest of this trail. You know, it's more like this, a little more rugged. And there you are, there's Georgetown Pike over there. And if you go up Georgetown Pike, just a short distance up the hill here, you enter, this is the main entrance to Great Falls Park. But you could, if you want to park here and then just hike into the park, you don't have to pay the admission fee. That's an advantage. You know, I forget what the admission fee is, but they do charge you something to get into the park. So you can park right, there's a little parking lot right off of Georgetown Pike here where I parked today. And you can come down here and then just hike into the park. If you don't mind doing a little bit of hiking, you'll save yourself some money. The other thing is there's a county park called River Bend, which is just north of Great Falls Park, and you can also go up there. I don't believe there's an admission fee there. I'm not sure. I haven't done that park in a while, but it's a good place. You can easily hike down into Great Falls Park from there. It's very nice. Okay, here we are. Finally, a cross-county trail marker after all that. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Little tiny bits of snow here from the, or ice from the kind of nasty turn of weather we had the last couple weeks, but most of it's melted off, and I'm sure we're now above freezing, so we're probably now mid-30s, so you're going to see whatever last little bits are down here probably going away pretty quickly. Okay, here's what I was saying now. We come across a little car park where you can park your car and do some hiking. Nice little park here. Nice place to get on this little trail. Nice place to hike into Great Falls Park. And we still got some empty spaces there, and it's almost pushing 11 o'clock, so that's cool. And there we are. There's Georgetown Pike, and this is the little parking lot. You can park here and hike a good chunk of this trail. You go all the way into Great Falls Park. Very cool area. Very nice. And there we go. There's that kind of, here we are. So we are here. We started here at the Potomac River, and we hiked all the way down here, crossed under Georgetown Pike, and we're now here. So there we are. And there's the trail. It goes all the way from Great Falls Park, all the way down, Pohick and Occoquan and whatever. I've hiked, okay, I've done this chunk of the trail, and then I've done Leesburg Pike all the way down to Oakmar Park. Now this chunk of the trail in here is a lot of asphalt trails and sidewalks because it's a very urbanized area. But this is this whole, I guess, northern half, almost half of the trail. Really pretty. Follows the difficult run all the way down into Oakton, and lots of good hiking. Hey everybody, it's Dave the Camo Pants Hiker. There's Georgetown Pike. There's the little parking lot. Here's the cross-county trail. We are right here. You are here, right near Great Falls Park, and we're going to do this little trail down towards Old Dominion Drive and see where this goes. So let's take a gander. There he is. There's Jerry Connolly. Hi, Jerry. And there's another thing of the trail. Jerry is our congressman. He used to be a county board of supervisors, and I guess he got a lot of the put a lot of the land deals together to continue this trail all the way across the county. Fairfax County, Virginia, if you don't know, is about, it's just west of Washington, D.C. And we have a nice east-west trail across the county called the Washington and Old Dominion Pathway. It's paved. It's mainly, speed bikers. Anybody can use it, but it's like a kind of a little freeway of trails. Anyway, they wanted to get a north-south type of connector. So, the county back in the, early 2000s put together some land deals and took some existing trails and cobbled them together and put together this cross-county trail. Goes from the Potomac River all the way down to the Occoquan, which is crossing the entire county. And the northern half, the northern third of it is kind of more rugged. Has a lot of, like this. Not even this, this is actually pretty good for this trail. A lot of the trail is dirt, and, so if you've checked out some of my other hikings down through Oakton and parts of that, some of these places are pretty sloggy. But anyhow, we're heading in a westerly direction on the 17th of January, 2015. Finally stopped saying 2014. And it's a beautiful Saturday. Absolutely gorgeous, warming up nicely. It's about, I'd say, low to mid-30s, maybe warming up really quickly today with that sun. Started out with needing these gloves. There I am, the Desert Storm color boots on, camo pants, waist size 38, layered look, combat cap, gloves, lightweight gloves. I don't even need these probably anymore. I'm going to be taking these off pretty soon, as we're just doing some chunks of this trail. I did the Route 7 down to Germantown chunk of the trail mainly in December, and I was going to continue on doing that into January, but we had a really cold snap there, some real cold weather. That was it. A little bit of snow, not too much, but just cold weather and some wind. And that made it very unpleasant to do any serious hiking. I did my main hikes, I just did my hour a day, which I try to get in, whether it's on a gravel trail or a road or whatever, but wasn't able to do these nice dirt trails and explore more of this trail, which is nice today. Got the occasional frozen patch. One of the nice things about doing your hike in the morning in the winter, especially when the temperature goes below freezing, is a lot of these mushy areas which are kind of a nasty slog, freeze over and become kind of hard, and so they're a lot easier to do. Using the old Sony Action Cam AS20, which I picked up at Best Buy back in November. Love it, love it, love it. Have no complaints about it at all. I do my filming in the, I do the Steadicam off because I like it gives you a wider perspective. You get a 170-degree viewing angle as opposed to the 120, I think. Here we are, our first little bridge of the trail here. Now this trail goes all the way down from behind me, goes all the way down to the Potomac. And the chunk that's in the first mile or so of the trail, maybe 2 miles of the trail, is actually in Great Falls Park. So the Great Falls National Park people maintain the trail. It's called the Difficult Run Trail there. In fact, this was originally the Difficult Run Trail before the Cross County Trail started. So you can use either name on it. And it's also considered the rails to the river trail. So anyway, but anyhow, you don't get the county maintenance of this trail till you get up to that parking lot where I started, or at least before. There's a little part before there. It goes under Georgetown Pike, and now we're on a more rugged county trail. But that chunk that goes up to the Potomac is just absolutely spectacular. But that is technically within Great Falls National Park. And you can see back there, they've done a lot of trail repair. Part of that trail goes right up to the river, or the Difficult Run, and you've obviously had some flood damage there. And they get a lot of water coming down there, heavy rains. You can see in some of that area there where they could really do some damage to the trails. But there's the Difficult Run here. It's changed its personality quite a bit. Quite a bit. Oh look, I see a road in the sky. That is Old Dominion, one of the other major arteries serving Great Falls. I knew they had a bridge, but I didn't realize it was that high up. Interesting, huh? Okay, my first dirt biker of the day. I guess we're approaching probably the noon hour, and they're probably getting out of bed. Okay, there we go, under Old Dominion. And that intersects with Georgetown Pike, which we just saw back at the parking lot. One thing I neglected to do today, a big no-no, is bring along my trail maps. Because in fact, when I got in the car this morning, I wasn't thinking even of doing this chunk of the trail today. I was going to do a part of the W&OD trail, and I did not bring my trail maps. So I'm hiking without trail maps. Now I've looked at them, I've studied this chunk of the trail before, and everything looks pretty easy to do. But that's that. All right, there's Old Dominion Drive. There we go. And then we've got a little stream here. And there we go.